Like we're
There you
live.
go,
Yeah,
right
we
there.
here.
There you
Let's
go.
go
For sure.
for sure. No, I'm like the second in charge.
Okay.
You would
Okay.
say.
For
Yeah,
sure. For sure. All right. For sure.
but yeah, I seen your interview with I think I was on Instagram.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
week ago or something. You did it with one of our artists from Spoken Words, Don S and V.
Yep.
You had
Yep.
Ruby
Yep.
on there,
Yeah.
and
I got to
you
be
had
able to
Toph.
meet them.
Uh,
Yeah. I remember. I
what do
met.
you think about?
No. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Let me get this introduction in first.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a Spoken Wars podcast, and we got
Uh,
Joshua with us,
what's going on, with y'all,
and we're
man?
going up to
For
get
sure.
into
For sure.
this shit. Yeah, so you went on that pod with them. How did you even like? What he Top just text you? He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna do this pod real quick.
I mean,
I want you to pop on."
it was kind of like I was watching it. I was watching I was just watching live. And he was just kind of like, he saw me coming alive. He's like, just go ahead and hop on. And I was like, you know what? All right, bet. And we were just in there talking, and I was able to meet some of the other people, and we were able to bring some other people in and try to get them interested and tell them what was going on.
That's
But
right.
I was really able to connect with Toph just because of his passion for the music, and just the reason he's doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it was a really cool experience to be able to talk to them and be able to connect with them for sure.
So, how long have you been in Spoken Words? Was it like a week, 2 weeks now?
It's been
You've been
about,
in a part of our
I'd
platform.
say I'd say about 2 weeks, give or take. I
Okay.
remember, you know, it all kind of happened so fast, and so much happened just within me being invited, and getting put on game, what's actually going on and shit. Um, but yeah, I'd say about give or take 2 weeks for sure, bro. Most definitely.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think about the Spoken Words? Like
I
since you've
think
been in.
it's I think it's a good, I say organization, lack of a better term, just because I don't want to call it the wrong thing. You feel what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah.
I feel like it's definitely a good group of people who are over, you and Toph and everybody else, just because, not only do you guys have the experience, but you guys also have the leadership to be able to, say, hey, this is good and this isn't. And that's what a lot of artists, who are trying to
Right.
come up, that's what they need, because you'll run into a lot of situations where you don't know what's good and what's not good. And whether it's a song or whether it's just something simply as EQing, you know, I feel like spoken word gives you that, you know, it gives you that those resources and the ability that you don't have. Let's just say like you were by yourself trying to do it. You feel what I'm saying? And then it just gives a
Yeah.
whole, family vibe. Like, some people will share things and some people won't, but you feel like you could if you needed to. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. All around is definitely a good vibe for sure. Oh yeah, for sure.
See, like if that shit's good or not, because you're
Oh yeah, most definitely. But it's definitely good for sure. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's definitely. I feel like a lot of people don't have that, and that's why you hear a lot of the trash that you hear out there today is because everybody's like, yeah, that shit's fire, and it's really not. But I don't know. That's just my personal opinion.
yeah, right. What do you think about the?
Dude, I'm ready for that. I watched most of the Face Off the other night, or the other day. It was, I forgot what time it was. And they had some pretty cool background stories. Especially what's the dude's name? Dang, I can't remember his name. Um, he seen,
Toe?
yeah, no, the dude that's in the battle with, what's the name? What's his name?
Don?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
Don
was,
SVK.
yeah, 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 yeah. I was listening to, to some of his background. Just why he raps. He kind of said he does it for recreational purposes now. Like he could just kind of like, just does it just to do it. you know, and that motivated me just to keep going. Not for the simple fact that I down him for only doing it just to do it, but you know, I feel like just seeing somebody say that makes me, hey, you need to make sure you're on top of your shit. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm pumped for the battle just because I've never like actually seen one, and like I've seen them on YouTube and stuff like that. But I actually get
Yeah,
basically a front row seat to this one, so I'm excited just to be
be
able to see
inside
it.
of it,
You feel what I'm saying? Like you actually
part
get
of
to
it.
see
Yeah,
it, and you learn a lot because battle rapping is a whole lot different from sitting down and writing a song like I do. You feel what I'm saying? It's a whole different experience. You use a lot more of this than you do anything else. It's easy to
right.
write a
Got to be
song, but you
lyrical, all
you
that.
feel what I'm saying? And all of that is
Yeah,
judged. So not only do you got to make it sound good, you got to write it good. You feel me? But I'm excited for it, because I've never actually just seen one before. But yeah, for sure excited.
yeah. Like like when have you seen 8 Mile?
I have, yes, I have seen 8 Mile. And that's what I keep envisioning every time I think about it. Like, I swear to God, that was the first thing that came to my head when I first heard about y'all battle rapping, for sure.
Yeah, we for sure get like actual in person battles going, but
You
right
feel
now
what
we
I'm
got that shit on
saying?
the net.
That
Yeah,
shit would be lit, bro. On God.
yeah. Um, so that song that you put out, used to, um, what do you think about it? Did it get like a lot of attention?
Um, it's
Did people
it's
start
not
fucking with it?
well for the ones I know a few personally who are listening to it, so I know where a lot of the views are coming from. But it did okay. It's doing okay. Not as good as my first song, um, which I'm not upset about it because it's YouTube. And when you put songs out straight on YouTube, nobody's going over. Not a lot of times are you going to see a whole bunch of people go from your, let's say, your Snapchat, your Instagram, your Facebook, just straight over to YouTube. They're looking for Apple Music. They're
Yeah,
looking for Spotify. The easily accessible things. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not
yeah.
upset about where it's at right now. Those songs that are out is just kind of like build up to my EP because I don't have anything out. You feel what I'm saying? So those are just there to say, hey, you know, I have music out. This is what I sound like, but just wait. You feel what I'm saying? But as
It's
far
coming.
as, yeah, you feel what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
if anybody watches this live, like I told them to, then they'll be the first to be able to hear about it. But used to be is going to be on my EP. And I feel like it'll get a lot more gratification in its views from it being on my EP just because, hey, it was on YouTube. This song is this song. And so now they'll be able to listen to it on both. And I feel like that'll just grow more views on both platforms. Um, but yeah, but I mean,
strategic with it
yeah, you feel what I'm saying?
for sure.
And
And now you got like a whole team.
yeah,
It's going. It's going from there.
yeah, and
We
that
for sure gonna be promoting. We do all that
Hey, you feel
over
what I'm
here in spoken
saying?
word.
So that's another, big plus with spoken word is that you, like I said, you have those resources to be able to do what you need to do without all the extra bullshit that everybody else brings to you. For sure, bro.
You were gonna get a feature in with
Yeah,
Toph.
so the EP is gonna have a song, and it's called Done with Love. And it's originally mine, Blase Blase. But I sent it to Toph.
Done with love.
Yeah, it's called Done with Love. And I heard Toph, he sent me a song that he did. It was on, I believe it was Rap Fame. I'm not certain, but I believe it was on Rap Fame.
Oh, man.
And I
I know the
wasn't
lyric.
listening to the song so much as it was the lyrics. And I could hear the lyrics and like the way they were ebbing and flowing. And I was like, this sounds perfect to this song. And so I talked to my manager, and he was like, well, have them send you something. just to hear what it sounds like. And if you like it, send it to me and we'll go from there. Um, and so, that's pretty much how that happened. And so, we're waiting on Toph to, send the verse in. Um, but yeah, so y'all be on standby for that. Definitely be ready for it. Don't really have a release date. So, but I'm excited about it for sure. For sure. I know he's gonna kill it. Most definitely gonna kill it. Oh yeah. It's gonna be everywhere. So, well, both of us, I he brings me the opportunities and I pretty much just say yay or nay. So, like, when it comes to, like, most of the shows when it comes to, like, most of the shows that I play, he usually finds most of them. 'Em. I'll come across a couple, um, and they're never for right now, they're never really big things like fairs and, clubs, bars, festivals, stuff like that. Um, but outside of that, he doesn't really do anything else other than, making sure I have, the things I need for like the recording or other people I need to get in contact with for recording or studio time or things like that. But as far as like social media wise, right now it's just me. But he pretty much covers everything else. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
You've been to? You've been? You
The last
that you've
one
been
I
to?
was at was a couple of months ago. It was actually in Asheville. Um, it wasn't huge. It wasn't very big. Um, but I played for about an hour. I played for about an hour up there, and I was able to get in contact with a band called Ashes and Arrows. Um, but Asheville is also where I met a few people. Kirby, he's a really good dude. He's a really cool dude. And Easy Dog, he was actually in the pod with me and Toast the other night. Yeah, he was in there too. Yeah. There's some pretty cool dudes, bro, by the way. But yeah, the last one was in Asheville about a couple months ago before I came back to Baton Rouge. For sure, for sure.
Yeah, homie on it. What does he do too? He like sings or what?
So, I have, I have,
Rap.
yeah. So I met Snow. I call him Snowface, but his they call him Kirby. Kirby motherfucking K is his name. And I met dude in Asheville at a place called the Alley Cats. Um, and it was my first night there doing an open mic. And this was last year, and no, this was actually the year before last. And I was playing an open mic, and he just came out to me after I got done and was like, he handed me a guitar and was like, "Can you drop a beat? And like, can you play something?" And I was like, "All right, bet." And so I started playing.
Or he put you on the
Yeah,
spot?
like out of nowhere, bro. Like I had already like walked off the stage and everything, dude. I was just like, all right, fuck it. And so I ended up playing, and he was like, "I'm fucking with it, bro." And then took the guitar from me and walked off, and I never saw him again that night. And somehow he found my Instagram. I swear to God, somehow he found my Instagram the next day, and we had
He was like, "Oh, I fuck
you
with
feel
you."
me? Like,
Yeah.
but he found my Instagram the next day, and he hit me up, and I saw him the next week at the Alley Cats. We had talked and thought about doing some music or whatever, and I hit him up probably like 4 or 5 months ago, and I've already talked to him. I plan on getting him on my album uh beginning of I guess the ending of this year. I have an album that's planning on being released, so um I'm definitely gonna have him. I'm definitely gonna have him on there. But for sure, bro, he's a really cool dude to have up there, bro. Man, listen, bro. The EP, I am putting a lot of hard work in. Definitely, getting ready. We're getting ready.
You gonna have Toph on there?
So, and that's the thing. So I talked to Toph about that song, and he's had his personal reasons and what he's dealing with. So he was basically just telling me that he doesn't know if he'll have what he needs to have ready on time. um so
Oh, so he's gonna flake.
well, I
That's
don't
what
want to
he's saying.
necessarily, I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to basically talk to my manager and just say, we're just gonna have to, move. He has a timeline, so I can't really. We do have a little bit of time to, there is a cushion, but yeah, there is
Yeah.
there's a little bit of room right there. But anything past that, we'll just have to close that window, and he'll be on our album. But as of right now, it should be, but only time will tell.
Yeah. Damn, so you just been on the grind with this music and
I
shit.
already know. That's why I told him there's no pressure. There is definitely no pressure.
Yeah.
You said, how's the?
Dank.
I
I've never been over
mean,
there. That's why.
I guess it really depends on where you at. Like, if you in Baton Rouge, you guaranteed to get some bullshit from somebody. Like, that's just number one. Guaranteed to get some bullshit from somebody. But like, if you know somebody,
Some shake.
you feel me? Like, just bro, the shit looks all types of crazy. But like I swear to God, bro, I done seen some weed with the stems was throwing up gang signs and shit, bro. Like, that's how fucked up the weed was. But you feel me? I swear, bro. But like, if you know somebody who knows somebody, bro, you'll get some good shit around here. You just gotta you gotta look in the cracks and crevices. You feel me? Because not, you feel me? Like, not everybody got the good shit. Not everybody, hell nah. But I mean, it's all right. But it ain't nothing like North Carolina though. When I came here, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I ain't never seen so much ass weed in one area in my life. Shit be dry. Shit be falling off the stem. Like, bro, what the fuck? There'll be more stem
Like,
than
oh,
weed, bro. You feel me? Like, you roll the shit's
get a
fresher.
fucking badass headache out there.
Bro, no,
You're gonna have like
nah, my bad. Go
a
ahead.
headache and all that. Smoking that
Bro,
shit.
like, sometimes I real deal be thinking they be selling like real yard grass out this shit, bro. Like, you would, you feel me? Like, hell no, bro, hell no. But yeah, bro, they be selling the bad shit for like high dollar. Like, you can get a seven for like straight $60 here, but you can go and you can buy a good seven. You can get for like 80. They whack ass shit. You feel me? It's decent. You feel me? It's decent. $80, decent. They'll go get some whack ass shit. 7 grand, 80, $90. You can tell the shit fake, bro. And they sitting here talking about some 80, $90 for what? Charge the normal prices for that bullshit. Shit.
Like, does it get
I
violent?
mean, there's. I mean, you hear about more than anything than you see. Like, you'll see if you witness something crazy, it means you either involved or you just so happen to be down the street. Like, when shootings and shit happen in Baton Rouge, like, that shit, number one, the shit's always at night. So the only thing you ever hear is gunshots, tire skirts, cop sirens 10 minutes later. You don't never see nothing until you look out the window and see the car driving off. Like, but I mean, I've been down the street from incidents. Hell yeah, you'll hear the shit. You hear gunshot. I mean, you'll hear gun. Yeah, so some of the shit I done seen on the news when I stayed like in the city of Baton Rouge, like sometimes you'll hear gunshots, sometimes you'll hear gunshots and tire skirts. You just mind your business here. I mean, it's not you don't just walk down the street, see a motherfucker get robbed. You don't I mean, unless you looking for trouble, bruh, like you really chilling. But a lot of these motherfuckers they be gang banging and dealing this and betting over this and shooting dice and shit. That's why the niggas be getting fucked up out there. But cause in Baton Rouge, it ain't that you feel me? You feel me?
Yeah.
And it's all it's and I'm not even trying to say it like that, but it's juvenile niggas, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, niggas my age, 20, 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds, all these niggas got down. They get a gun in their pocket. That's what they want to do. They want to go walk around the streets in Baton Rouge, blood, crip, GDs, all that type of shit, bro. That's all they do around here. Smoke weed. I mean, shit. But a lot, not a lot.
Because I thought that was like a Chicago.
I mean, like, yeah, it's mainly a Chicago thing, but like a lot of GDs, a lot of the GDs that you see around here in Baton Rouge and Denham Springs and Livingston and all that, they old heads. You feel me? So GDs they already
Yeah.
moving silent, so they don't say too much anyway. They not flashy with the colors, all that, but at the same time, they all older, so they already know what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? So they not gonna move loud like that. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna speak on nothing I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? But like I say, they all mostly old heads around here though. I mean, they not really nowadays, like unless you up towards Chicago, like where they from, like up towards that coast, up towards that area, you never really gonna see too many in one spot. You feel what I'm saying? Like you might be two here, three here. You feel like when I was in prison, like when I was in the county jail, like I was in a dorm full of vice lords. Not many people. That shit, I ain't never heard nothing from vice lord. But you feel me? But yeah, I was in the county jail. I was in the county jail for a year. Well, 11 months and some change, but shit, I was in the county jail for a year. So I went to when I after I got out of juvenile and all that shit. I got into it with a twin brother. Not many people know I have a twin. But I got into it with my twin. My dad kicked me out, and yeah, identical fraternal. It really just depends on who you ask, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Um, but my dad fucked around and kicked me out, and so I was house hopping, and I ended up having to stay at a hotel because I couldn't house hop no more. And so my dad was paying for it. Yeah, I mean, we got into an argument because some girl that I was talking to had told him that I had poisoned his drink. So it was something retarded that I had poisoned his drink. Now we talking about my twin brother, bro. We talking about my twin brother. I poisoned his drink with Benadryl or some shit, and he started acting all crazy like he couldn't walk and this and that. And so my dad believed the shit, went and threatened to go get him drug tested and da 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 da, but was just like fuck it and threw me out. And so I had to house hop and couldn't house hop. Couldn't. I don't want to. I feel like it, but I can't prove anything. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but I ended up having to stay at a hotel because I couldn't house hop no more, and the cops got involved with that. And the cops basically told my dad, like, if you don't let your son come home, you're going to jail type shit. And my dad even told me, he was like, "Shit, I'd rather you go to jail than I." He said, "I'd rather me go to jail than for you to come home." So I was like, "All right, fuck it." But he ain't. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? And so there's been like a growing hatred for my dad. Like I don't hate the man, but I feel some type of way about it. You feel me? Because after that, and I went to the hotel, I ended up getting mixed up in an incident, and basically what happened, because it was crazy how I got locked up. A dude, I had posted a pair of shoes on Snapchat trying to sell them. You feel me? Because I had to move around so much, I couldn't keep a job. And so dude that I knew I had met through a female had hit me up and was like, he trying to buy them. So he came to the hotel room, and bear in mind, some niggas that I had met from down the hallway, they was over in my hotel playing the game and shit. They was in my room. So we was all cooling in there. And when dude come in and buy the shoes, he don't say nothing. So why these niggas know who he is? You feel me? And so I swear to God, it was the craziest scenario of my life. I was like, there's no fucking way this rando knows y'all, and I don't know y'all, but I know him. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, what the fuck? So they get into it about money. I walk out the room, and next thing they know, they talking about some, bro, we gotta haul ass. I'm like, for what? So we haul ass, and the cops come around the corner, and they we took off. I ran because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. You feel me? But because after I stepped out the room, I was on the phone. You said what? Nah, like so what happened was he owed them money. He owed them money. You feel me? I knew nothing about that. So I was like, bro, I don't know what y'all got going on, but y'all handle y'all business. And I just walked out the room. I just walked out the room. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And I just got on the phone. I was probably on the phone for not even 5 minutes, bro. I swear to God, these niggas come out the room talking about some, we got to haul ass right now. I'm like, for what? They're like, just come on. So I just said, fuck it, hauling ass. And we probably didn't make it 100 yards, and cop cars came and passed us. Like we were running down the road and they passed us, and you could see the dude behind us. Well, they stopped. Then they were like, "Y'all good?" And we were like, "Yeah, I'm straight. I don't know what's going on." I was like, "I'm straight." And so they just left. And so we turned the corner, and here they come back around, and they pulled their guns and stuck us up and all that good shit. And I didn't know what the fuck was going on for 3 hours. I sat on the ground in handcuffs, and they questioned me and another dude. You feel what I'm saying? And so they're asking, they pulled me to the side finally, was like, so what do you know about robbing him over there? And I'm like, rob who? They were like, rob him. I said, but I ain't robbed nobody. What you talking about? And they said, he told me that the dude that I was trying to sell the shoes to said that I pointed a gun at him and told him to empty his pockets. And I told him, I was like,
That's
bro,
crazy.
I did not rob that man. I don't know what you talking about. And I asked him, I was like, how did you guys know anything about a so-called robbery? And he said, well, he called us. And I asked him, I was like, how did he call you if I told him to empty his pockets? Why would I take everything but his? That doesn't make any sense at all. You feel me? So they were like, they believed me because I really didn't do anything. And they took me back to the hotel room. And the gun that these niggas had, they left in my room. So they took me to jail. And it was a hotel room that my dad paid for. And I, you feel what I'm saying? So they called, my dad actually
Yeah.
pulled up to the scene. My dad's actually the one that found it, matter of fact, because when they were searching the room, they had me and another dude in the police car, and it was actually one of the dudes that actually robbed the motherfucker. So when they kept both of us in a separate police car, and they couldn't find it, so they called us up to the room, and they were like, "So where's the gun?" I was like, "Bro, I don't know nothing about a gun. If I can't be here no more, just tell me to pack my shit. Let me go." He was like, "Well, you can't be in here no more, so you're gonna have to pack your stuff. You're gonna have to go to. You're kicked out of Byron, Georgia, which is where I was at the time." And I was like, he was like, "You're banned." I was like, "All right, cool." Well, as he's saying it, the officer did after they searched, they flipped the fuck out of the room and then told me I was banned from the city. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm getting ready to pack my shit up because I know there's nothing in the room. My dad comes and sits on the bed and was like, Joshua, what are you doing? And lifts up the cover and there's both guns under the blanket. And of course, it's my room, so they put me in handcuffs, put the other dude in handcuffs, put us in separate cop cars again. They left with him first to the police station, left with me, and then probably an hour goes by, they let him go, and I'm the only one locked up after the whole incident. And I got charged with what I think it was armed robbery, theft by taking, possession of a firearm. They let all of them go. Yeah, they let them go and locked me up for armed robbery and because well, what nobody ended up getting robbed. He wasn't actually robbed. I don't know, he didn't want to pay them their money. And the dude that they took with me to the jail, he had he had some type of like bench warrant in a whole other fucking state. So basically what I from the paperwork that I actually saw, he wrote a statement saying that it was my gun that I robbed the dude and they let him go. Mm,
Colored
the
or
dude who ended up getting in,
who wrote the statement?
well, I had actually met this dude in juvenile, and when we got out of juvenile, he got out first, and I never saw him when I got out till he hit me up on Facebook, and we got cool. Well, he moved to like Wisconsin or some shit. I don't know where he went, and when I
Yeah.
was having that whole ordeal with my dad and shit, he hit me up and needed a place to stay. So shit, I was like, all right, well, you can come stay at my hotel type shit. So that's what he did, and I let him stay there. And then when all that shit went down, I was like, bro, what the fuck? And I found him on Facebook after all this shit happened, and I told him I was like, bro, what the fuck? What three? I was in the county for a year and I went to prison for 2 years. And when I finally found him, I
Wait,
was like, bro.
so you did your time. Was it you got out the county
So
for 2 years?
I went into the county when I'm 16. I went into the county when I was 16.
Oh, that was a different incident.
You said what?
Two different incidents.
Which one?
When you went to the county and then when you went to prison.
Oh no, yeah, no, it was the same one. The prison was the time that they gave me. Um, after I sat in the county for a year, because I didn't get no bond. I got one bond here and then they denied the shit, and it was fucked up how they did it because they called me in there first, and the judge sat my paperwork to the side, and I was the last one called in at 8 o'clock. I had to sit in the holding cell all day, and they had 30 people in there. And after everybody got called and it was my turn to go, they had already denied my shit before I went in there. And that was the only bond hearing I'd ever had. And I sat in the county for 11 and a half months, almost a year, before they brought me a plea deal. And I had to plead down. I could either take it to trial, which armed robbery is a mandatory 25 years to life.
Yeah,
And
might as
you feel me? But the only thing is I was never guilty of anything. And I still had to plead. Not only did I had to do 2 years, I had to have something put on my record that I didn't do. You feel what I'm saying? Like they made me plead down to
crazy. That's
they made me
fucked up.
plead down to aggravated assault and made me do 2 years and like 6 months on probation. And I was like, number one, there's no proof I did any of this, and number two, the motherfuckers who have to show up to court won't even show up, and y'all are still making me plead down to 2 years and aggravated. So I thought that was kind of crazy. Because I feel like I feel like they felt like they had a free pass because nothing that night could have been proved. None of it made sense. None of it still makes any sense. But it was the fact that it wasn't their room, so they don't have to answer to anything. It, nothing in there belonged to them, so they don't have to answer to anything. And then the room was in my dad's name, so anything in that room that's illegal is gonna get put on me. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like
Did you ever like
I told them I was like, number one, the gun's not mine. Like y'all cannot prove that this gun is mine. And they never charged me with the gun. And it was so weird because they never charged me for like it
Oh, so it was just for the robbery,
just, just for the robbery, for the incident.
supposedly. Yeah.
You feel me? And they knew the case was so fucked up that when I signed the plea deal, they they dumped the whole case, and I got like a whole new file number, a whole new docket number and everything because they had to like
Oh,
rechange everything around when I signed the plea deal. And I was like, I'm sitting there literally thinking I got jugged because they know I didn't do it and I know I didn't do it, and I still am signing this paper like I'm fucking guilty. And I'm just like, bro, that's kind of fucked up. You
that's
feel me?
crazy. Fucked up and shit. Like all bullshit all around. Over here, Cali.
Nah, the system's a money game, bro. Like the system's a money game. Like when you in when you in prison, bro, you think shit's expensive. Like a soup in prison, a soup's like $6, bro. $5, bro. I'm not even bullshitting you. On the street, a taxing like a son of a bitch, bro. $2.99 for a canned soda, bro. $2.99. You got to pay $6 for a honey bun. I swear on my life, a honey bun is $6. A honey bun
Uh,
$6, bro.
damn, you gotta be like
You feel? And it's not, and it's a money game, bro.
having money in there.
And that's why. But they wonder why people have so much contraband. Why people have so much phones and this and that because they make shit expensive. So niggas gotta make money, bro. But it's like the whole prison system, like when niggas are in there every day, the state gets paid, bro. The county gets paid every day an inmate is in there. I think it's like $190 a head, bro. I swear to God. And in our county jail, there was
Every
like
day.
every fucking day, bro, $190 a head, bro. God strike me down. And
They
I
got a
was like,
business going there for sure.
I swear, bro, and they have motherfuckers sit there. There was a nigga sitting there for a year and a half waiting on court, bro. Like shit drug for so long. And that was the worst part about sitting in the county because you didn't know when you were getting out. You didn't know, you know, what was next. You didn't hear nothing about a court date. You said what? You feel
All
me?
that.
And they might not even tell you that till the day
You're like,
before.
fuck, just give me the time.
You feel me? And that's really what made me sign that plea deal above everything else. Cause like I sat in the county. I didn't have no family support. So what nobody put money on my books. And the little females that I was talking to, I don't know what the fuck. I still ain't talked to them. I don't know what the fuck happened to them. So they wouldn't put money on my books. Nobody was putting
He
money on my books.
disappeared right after you got locked up.
Now, like everybody didn't disappear, but like my dad, he pretty much was just like, "You got yourself in jail. You got to get yourself out." And I asked him, I was like, "Do you think I did it?" He was like, "Yeah." And after that, I pretty much me and my dad didn't say nothing else to me after that. and he told me I couldn't come home. So, however my dad feels about me, the rest of my family does too. So they didn't talk to me. I didn't talk to them. Nobody came to visit me while I was in prison. Like,
They all
and I know,
believe him.
hell yeah, like, and I'm not even trying to make it sound like a sob story because don't nobody want to hear that shit. But like,
Yeah,
I really had to realize that family is only just a word, bro. Like real shit. Like family is just a word nowadays, bro. That's real shit though. Like I had to learn that shit real quick. You feel me? Man, it's just it's motherfuckers who who don't see you for your mistakes. You feel what I'm saying? They because I hate when
yeah,
people judge you by your mistakes, and that shit really does piss me off. And that's how my family is a lot. Like, I'll mess up. Like even when I was a kid, even when I was in and out of juvenile, bro. Like I really had shit going on. Like I was going through shit mentally, and they didn't care about that. They cared about, oh, he in and out of juvenile, he's a lost cause, he's this, he that. That's all they ever cared about. And that's why I don't even really fuck with my family for real, bro. That's why I say family just a word, bro. That shit's just a word for me.
your family. So like,
I ain't been around my family. The last time I saw any of my family was shit last year. I saw my brother. I saw my twin brother. I went to go eat lunch with him. I mean, I wouldn't say that because there's still tension, but we did have a casual lunch, check each other's cars out and shit. Um, but yeah, that's really it. I haven't seen my dad. I ain't seen none of my family. Not ever since before I went to prison, I guess.
pretty much doing your own
Like
thing.
I mean, shit. I would have went home. You feel me? But my dad told me I wasn't going home, and it got to the point where dad was even gonna make me go to a rehab center because I didn't have nowhere to go. And yeah, it's crazy. A nigga that I met in the county is the one that came and picked me up from the prison, and I stayed with that nigga. That's the reason I went to Asheville the first time was because he came and got me.
Oh, okay. So you got locked in with like people while you were locked up.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I always fuck with Fred. Fred, I ain't gonna say his government name, but his name's Fred. But I'm always fuck with that nigga, bro. He made sure I was straight. He always made sure I was straight for sure.
Like fight
I
for your
mean,
first time too.
when I first got there, they made us. I didn't feel like had to fight. I knew that if I felt like I was tried, I was going to anyway. But this type of camp, like these niggas is gonna baptize your ass if you get in a fight. Like, and we talking about like possibilities of time added on to your sentence, like all types of shit.
Shit.
Um,
Yeah.
but I mean, it was definitely an experience when I first got there. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't say I felt like there was a lot of hostility. Hell nah. I mean, shit, everybody a grown ass man at the end of the day, but it was definitely an experience, bro. When I first got there.
So everyone was just like on their own shit, trying to get their time done already.
I be yeah, like when you go in there, you get the vibe of like I don't want to say segregated, but you get the vibe of like everybody is towards their old color type shit.
It's like blacks and Mexicans.
You feel what I'm
on their own
saying?
side, right?
You
And
feel
then
me?
whites have their own thing
You
too.
feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, yeah, like, and I mean, you got some cool whites with the blacks, but a lot of times, like in prison, when niggas got time, the only thing they want is crash dummies, so they gravitate towards the. You feel what I'm saying? But I feel
yeah.
like it,
So that,
as long as you mind your business, you straight. You know, it's not what people make it out to be. Now there are prisons like that, yes,
yeah,
but
where there's like a whole lot of killings in there.
yeah, yeah, all that, yeah, no.
Yeah,
But that's you know, all of those prisons are known, and you only go there if you're about that. You feel what I'm saying? But other than that,
yeah.
like our prison was chill. We had work details, like you know, people worked in the kitchen, worked outside, worked as janitors. Like,
Or you put a in the
no,
yard.
I wasn't because they have what's called level tiered charges of severity. So if you have like if your charge is like a certain if it ranks on like a certain scale, because as an inmate or anything, like you have a whole paper that shows you the scale of charges and what level. And
They give
my
you your paperwork and all
yeah,
that.
yeah, and my charge was too severe to go outside. So I worked in the kitchen and I actually enjoyed it because I got to eat all the fucking food I wanted, but that's not what I gave a fuck about.
No,
I could just chill in there. You feel what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
when I went into the kitchen, it was my little area. I didn't do shit in there, of course, but I was just chilling, bro. But I didn't. And another good thing was like all the outside details had to get like strip search every time they came in, every time they went out. They had to get a strip search. So when you
oh
work in the
shit.
kitchen and you never have to go outside, you don't get strip search. You just get off of work and you go into the
You don't
dorm
gotta
and you
go through
chilling.
none
You
of
feel
that
me?
fucking
You feel
uncomfortable
me?
shit.
Like
Yeah,
I'm not going through all that
yeah.
shit. It's bad enough as it is anyway. Dude, like even when we first got there, like I they made us stand outside in the cold. And then they talking about some y'all come in a line and y'all gotta take everything off and da 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 and squat and cough. And I'm like, bro, y'all asking for a lot, bro. Like
Uh,
y'all asking me to strip butt ass naked and then you want me to show my shit. Like, bro, what y'all got going on with this shit, man? Like, you feel me? And so that was a whole new experience because you feel like less of a man when you do something like that, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm talking
yeah,
about
doing
this motherfucker's got a button up tie with long sleeves and some fucking slacks and dress shoes with some ass inspection gloves on, telling you to squat your shit. Like, bro, what the fuck you feel what I'm saying? Like that shit's degrading, bro.
yeah.
I swear to God. But yeah, shit like that, bro.
It's crazy. So the prison time, do you feel like it went by fast?
It went by slow for the first 6, 7 months just because you gotta like I feel like when especially when you go from dorm to dorm or whatever the case may be, I feel like you have to get in the rotation of things in order for shit to go by fast. Because like when you first get there, you're so frantic about what the fuck is gonna happen next that you can't really just
Yeah.
lay back and chill. Anxiety is already a bit nigga, you on your 10 toes and you watching your back just because you in prison. So prison screams watch your back 24/7. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you stress sweating all the time, you anxious. But when you find like some type of comfort zone in there, like maybe hanging with a certain type of crowd, or maybe you get involved with this or that they start doing at the facility. Like they did basketball tournaments, and we would do basketball tournaments almost, both summers and both of the falls and both winters. We did basketball tournaments, and that was something that we did that was pretty cool. They did a talent show, and your light skinned boy, he had to win the talent show, man. Bring one of those home. Um, but after about 6 or 7 months, it went by pretty fast. Because
All right.
I started
Wait, so
getting
you did
involved.
basketball tournaments You said was it in? It was inside or outside?
They had an outside court. They actually didn't have a gym. They had an outside court where they did basketball tournaments between the dorms, and then they did staff versus the inmates.
Oh,
Then they
okay.
did flag football. They did a field day, which was really cool. Which they did a whole bunch of shit out in the field. They did a basketball tournament, 3-point shootout, dunk contest, all types of shit. Yeah,
So they had like a few activities there.
yeah. They made sure like the warden, he was a dick, bro. But I fuck with him. I fuck with him because he always held his word. You feel me? Like he was a
Yeah.
dick if you were a dick, but if you actually did what you were supposed to, inspection, all that good shit, man. Popeyes, Papa John's, Little Caesars, like he makes you straight. You feel what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
that nigga dick though, boy. I swear to God. But I
Yeah,
mean, shit,
that's
it wasn't bad though. I just wouldn't go back. No, I ain't gonna cap.
for that. So when you got out, you were like, "Hey, I'm not going back again." Like that.
Man, bro, when I got out, bro, it was a whole nother experience, bro. Like I hadn't had
You're like,
real dude, like McDonald's. I remember I ate McDonald's, bro. That shit tasted like rubber. Like shit looked so much different because I had been I had been so used to like seeing brick walls everywhere I looked. There was even one point, like when I was in the county, at one point I hadn't been outside like in 7 months. Because if you don't go to court, you don't get direct sunlight. That's just what it is. Like you get a window that's like this big and
super
probably
small and
you feel
shit.
what I'm
Like,
saying? And
fuck.
that's all you
Yeah.
get in the room. And so it's like when I
Make you
got
go
out,
crazy in there. Shit.
yes, and then for like the first 2 or 3 weeks, bro, I walk in a straight line everywhere I go, or I walk behind my back with my hands behind my back,
So
or
you're still
I'm.
programmed and
You
shit,
feel what I'm
feeling
saying?
programmed and all that.
You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's still
Yeah.
bad to this day. Like if I hear a door slam hard, I'm jerking up, or if I see a sudden movement, I'm looking, or like I still eat gel pockets,
We got like a little
or
trauma.
like bro, bro, you just get so used to it that a lot of the shit just doesn't go away, bro. Like I swear to God, like when it comes to food or just the way you talk or like your daily life, I swear to God, even in your daily life, like sometimes I'll just wash my socks out of habit. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Put your socks in the washer. Like, I swear to God, bro. Yeah. So in well, you do you yes, bro, and a lot of times it's because niggas be stealing shit, bro. Niggas be
Yeah.
stealing socks and drawers, which is already fucking weird. But sometimes either niggas don't can't find they shit, so they take your shit, or sometimes niggas want to keep shit for themselves because you got the niggas who always want the extra this and the extra that, so they can say they have everything, so they
Yeah.
can make their little bit of money or whatever. You feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Were you set on toilet paper there? Did you have like rolls?
I
Because a
had
lot of
yeah.
because what happens when it goes out? You gotta have like that shit
You
stocked
I'm
or something.
Yeah, because like so me and Fred when we were in the county, we'll call him A Trey. But when me and A Trey, when we were in the county, like we would just use the same road because we were that cool. Like we weren't really tripping on that shit. Well,
Yeah.
when shit gets low, we were always good because like a lot of niggas, they would use their tissue for everything. Wipe a table off, wipe their mouth off, use it for a napkin, wipe the window seal off, this, that. And then they would make what's called a bong, and they call it that's what they would cook with. They would like put it under like like one of the AC vents or whatever, and they would light that bitch on fire and they would cook. And so that's where it takes a whole roll of tissue to do that. And so that's where a lot of niggas tissue went. But they'd bring tissue like I think it was either once a week, and then if it was a holiday, they brought it twice. But I believe they just did that just to be funny. But but
Huh? Like
but if it got low, you would
just
just
to be
do it
like,
out of
this is your
love, bro.
gift. Damn. So stuff was like you have to make it last and like be able to know what you're
I
because
mean, I mean,
the water or
it
something.
man talking about so you got to use the water so that no, like
Yeah,
you can get
for real.
you can get you can get like you can definitely get like toilet paper off the store, but
Oh, right.
not
But who's
everybody
gonna
had.
want to buy that shit with their own like
You feel me? Like I'm trying to get like
money and
3
shit?
packs of noodles for that shit. You feel me what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But a lot of people did, but not everybody had money on their books. So a lot of people, like,
yeah,
if they ran out of tissue, then they was asking somebody else for some, or they was asking the officers for some, and the officers would either bring them some, or they would say, "Yeah, I got you," and then bullshit you for the rest of the night, talking about something they can't
you're
find
like
nothing.
fuck off.
You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like that's just usually
yeah.
how it went, bro.
Dope one. I'm gonna lie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Uh, yeah, I'm for sure gonna have you again on this platform. I'm gonna be promoting this, so it's gonna be up on YouTube.
All right,
And
but
shout out to Joshua. Keep doing your
oh
thing.
yeah, for sure, man.
Keep making that music. I want to see you in a battle and spoken words too. I'm for sure
Bro,
trying
I'm
to see that
coming,
shit.
man. I was telling Toph the other day, bro. I'm coming, bro. Coming.
We for sure gonna set that up.
I gotta find me some raps, bro. Y'all gonna see Chris Brown up in there laying it down on somebody.
Or just start, fuck it, just start singing
Just
like
start
Drake
singing in that
and
bitch.
dissing too.
Swear, bro. I Toph did mention that to me. I might just have to, bro. I might just have to win that shit singing. I don't know. We gonna see though. We definitely gonna see. Well, y'all be easy, man.